With the launch of PSO2 on PC, I wanted to put together something short and sweet to help newer players get an idea of how to start their PSO2 journey. And with that, let's get right into it. The first thing you're going to have to do is choose a ship, which is like a server. Keep in mind that you can make characters on different ships, but you cannot move existing characters between ships. Though there eventually may be transfers, but they will cost real money. After you choose your ship, the first thing you might want to do is change your player ID, which is like family names in other games, as this will appear over your head on every character, though this is set to a string of numbers by default. When that's all done, when you go to make your first character, you'll be asked if you'd like to put in a referral code. Doing so will reward you and the code's owner with rewards as you level up, and they come in the form of badges that you can exchange at an NPC for other items. If you decide to play on ship 2, feel free to use my code. And now you can finally make your character. However, there's a few things you should know before doing so. The first of which is that it doesn't really matter which race you pick, as the base stat differences have almost no impact at endgame. The next would be that it also does not matter which class you pick here either, as you can swap classes at any time you would like in the lobby for free. And even though they are not shown as available on the character creation screen, if you wanted to play Gunner, Fighter, or Techer, you can still pick them up at level 1 from the same class NPC in the lobby too. Right after that, you will be moved to a tutorial which is rather straightforward. Just be sure to read the instructions very carefully.
I will begin your certification mission. First, I will check your vision. Take a look around you. Good.
When you complete the tutorial, you can finally head to the ARC ship main lobby, and will be shown a quick but very informative video. After that, go over and talk to the NPC Aphin, as he will have a few quests for you to do right there in the ship. Though they are called client orders on PSO2, as the term quest is actually reserved for something else in this game. Anyways, he will have a string of quests for you to do, and they can all be done right there in the ship. It's all rather simple, but again, just be sure to read the pop-ups carefully as they explain everything you have to do. By the time you finish a few of his orders, you should already be over level 5. And that's when you should go see the NPC Coffee at the quest counter to the right. Keep in mind, she is arguably one of the most important NPCs on the ship, as a lot of content is gated behind her client orders. But at level 5, she will have a client order for you to get a mag, which is a little flying companion that is essentially a stat stick, but can also aid you in combat in various ways. I highly suggest looking into how to build mags before feeding them anything, as it's a very simple, but a rather unforgiving process if you mess up. I already have a whole video out for this specifically if you'd like to know more. But for now, this client order can be done right then and there. No need to go anywhere or do anything, just talk to her and she'll give you one. This can be done once per character too, but any additional mags will cost $3. But that's a really good price for how useful they are. Let's now head over to the class counter. Here, you will be able to swap classes for free and as often as you would like. At level 20, Coffee will give you another client order to unlock your ability to equip a subclass, which can also be changed at any time. Each class levels separately, and have their own skill points too, which you can use on skills in your skill trees at this very same NPC. However, like the mag, I suggest looking into these before you start putting too many points in, as once they are set, you cannot normally change them. There are a few ways around this, like buying an additional skill tree, but that does cost real money. Luckily, Sega does give out free reset passes every few months, but it's best to have a good idea before really diving into this. And if you're interested, I do have videos going over every class's skill trees. Moving on, let's get right into quests and client orders. When first starting out, there are lots of practice quests you can do to familiarize yourself with each class and their weapons. And these are quite informative for how quick they are too. Next, we have a few different types of quests, but you'll likely want to start off with the expeditions, which will have you run through multiple areas in certain maps while fighting enemies, and will have a boss to fight at the end. But before you actually depart on the quest, it's usually best to pick up all the client orders associated with that area if possible. Luckily, there's a really easy way to do this. All you need to do is pick up the quest you want to do, and then before heading down to the gateway ship, open up your escape menu, and then go to the globe icon, then client orders. Then choose the third or bottommost option. This will then pop up a list for everything you can take for that map, and you can pick as many as you would like. Though do note you still have to turn each in at the appropriate NPC, but you can find them easily in the ship with your map, which is defaulted to N on PC. If for any reason you have too many client orders and you would like to get rid of them, you can simply abandon them and they will still be there to be picked up later on, though you will lose any progress gained when dropping them. The last thing I'd like to mention is your dailies and weeklies, as they will be a big part of your income. So, the normal dailies are from the NPC Fina at the left side quest counter. Many of these give lots of XP and or money, but the top 3 most quests are always your daily boost quests, and will give you an XP boost when completing all of them. Do note that the daily quest boosts are always tied to the quests in the recommended quest tab at any quest NPC. For your normal weeklies, head over to Franca's Cafe, which is accessible from the shop area. Alternatively, you can teleport right there from the quick menu. Once there, Yerkes is going to have a bunch that reward you with 100k Meseta each. There is then something called ARX missions, which can be accessed in a few different ways. The first would be to go to the NPC herself in the gate area. The next 2 ways allow you to open this very same menu, but anywhere on the ship. And the first way to do that would be to go to the escape menu, the globe icon at the bottom, and then ARX missions. The last and fastest way to do this would be to first open up your escape menu, then hit the appropriate button depending on what platform you're using, and this will be indicated on the basic stats window. Here, you will have another form of dailies and weeklies, and a few others that are all very straightforward and usually very easy to do. The best part about all of this is that you can do all weeklies and all dailies, ARX missions and regular, on multiple characters to get more money too, but it's suggested to have all of your alts up to at least level 51 to get the most rewards. I could go on and on about what else you could be doing, but I think this is all you really need to know to get a good start in this game. If you're still curious about any other aspect of PSO2, I most likely already have a video out about that topic. But if I don't, feel free to leave a comment and I will always try to get back to you. And with that, take care.